Hey guys, it's Brendan Ayer. Before we get started, if you like the show, make sure you subscribe, rate it, review it. All that stuff helps. Follow us on social media, Shitbrains Show on every platform. We even got YouTube. We got a Facebook group. And if you want bonus content, go to patreon.com/shitbrainshow. And if you have questions you want answered on the podcast, hit up shitbrainshow@gmail.com. Enjoy the program.
My brain is shit, man. It's shitty. Like it doesn't function properly. It just does whatever it wants. Life's still pretty good. This is shit brains.
Which wasn't good either, but all right, we're rolling.
Oh, welcome to Shit Brains, you old fucking shit brainers. And a rumor has been started that I picked up on is that there's some people listening to this podcast that don't even have mental health issues. And that, listen, welcome aboard. Okay. I don't think you're tier A listeners. I wouldn't go and say you're amongst my favorite listeners if you're stable in the brain area, but you're welcome to join us and celebrate with us our shitty brains. Now, you are going to notice a new lineup in the studio and here in Golden Ox Studios in Tremont, Ohio. It used to be a gay hotspot, and now there's a lot of yuppies around. You know, it was first it was sort of a rough white area, you know, which you don't get a lot of those anymore. That was big. That was big for Eminem and 8 Mile, a rough white part of town. And then the gay fellas came in and they said, "Let me buy this old, Romanian fucking smithy, the blacksmith shop, and I'll turn it into my home." And then the hipsters drove the gay fellas out. So this thing's been gentrified, Gabe, 6-7 times.
Yeah.
How many times are they going to gentrify this?
As many as it takes.
What's next? Who comes next? That's a Jerry Seinfeld type of thing. Who comes next? So Jimmie's out, and I'll tell you why. Because while you fucking coastal elites, if you get something wrong with your tooth, you know, they're filling it up with gold or blood diamonds, you know, from one of the various raging conflicts in Africa. Well, not us, Gabe. Not us fucking normal, not us plebes. You know, what happens to us is Jimmie right now, he's got a horrible toothache. His toothache has been so bad that that Gheramy, producer Gheramy, saw him the other night and said he looked terrible. And you know how terrible Jimmie has to look for you to point it out? Because the guy's base level is absolutely fucking horrible. The guy runs a baseline of, I think that guy is about to die. So if you see him and your first instinct is, holy shit, what's wrong with Jimmie? That is a horrible look, and it's a toothache. And then as any of you who have seen that toothache, what's that toothache movie called, Gheramy?
What? The toothache movie? What?
Yeah, the toothache movie with Hanks.
You Got Mail.
No, it's he's there with the toothache, and it's a FedEx toothache movie.
What?
What's that movie called?
Is this like Shipwreck, or what was that movie that
Castaway?
you did?
Yeah, Castaway. Sure, the classic toothache FedEx movie.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Castaway?
What's that?
Does he have a toothache in Castaway?
I didn't even know about the island. I thought it was just a toothache movie. He has a terrible toothache, and they use it as a storytelling device where he cracks the toothache out with a ice skating which I suggested to Jimmie. He cracks it out with an ice skate blade, gets knocked out, and then we fast forward 4 years later and see him as the seasoned island veteran he's become.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen Castaway?
No. I got to catch up on my Hanks.
Man, what do you mean catch up? This came out very long ago.
Yeah, I was born not very long ago.
You're not a baby or a child.
No, that's
Yeah,
what I
you
say.
age shaming us right now?
I'm catching up on my Hanks. I am.
Yeah. You should. Now, we'll come back to that, and I'll introduce the man before us today. And he's not a boy; he's a man. Don't let him fool you with his ageist remarks. Guy thinks he predates Castaway, the greatest toothache film there's ever been.
Classically way to describe that movie, too.
Yeah, the Toothache FedEx movie. I don't know why people aren't, different people take different things out of movies. Now, so Jimmie, you coastal elites getting your fucking rubies and emeralds in your teeth. That's not how it works for us down here in the trenches. They're going to knock Jimmie's fucking tooth out. They don't even ask. You just go in and you point to a tooth. They take it out. There's no question of it being fixed. You're like a horse. You're like a horse that's gone down. They don't give a fuck. You know what? The technology to fix a horse's broken leg was available 30 years ago. Mm-hmm. They still don't give a shit. They say, shoot it in the head. Somebody's going, hold on a second. I'm a veterinarian. This is a minor. It might even be sprained. They say, I don't give a fuck. Shoot that horse in the head. That's what they're doing with dental work. They to rip Jimmie's tooth out. They fill it up with mud, like an adobe hut back in the day where the indigenous people would live, and they wait for it to harden in the sun, and we've got to chew with that. And Jimmie, guy sends me a picture half hour ago in the dental chair, not even started yet, and goes, I might be late. No understanding of dental work. Yes, you're not going to come is what you're going to do. They're going to fill you up with drugs, and it's ridiculous. Anyway, filling in for Gheramy, we've got a couple things, filling in for Jimmie. We've got Gabe Gerry, fantastic comedian. Also happens to be is that how you say your last name, Gerry? Or Gary?
It's technically Gary, but okay. I respond to either.
No. I want to get this right. Gary. Gabe Gerry. Goddamn, that's a good comedy name. Are you familiar with that? Is that a stage name or that's a real name?
It's a real name.
That's a great.
I'm not afraid of getting fired from my job.
Well, but some people like here's the thing. I'm not afraid of anything either. I should have taken a stage name because Eyre, EYRE is bad because and I didn't know this at the time, but here's the problem with it. As less and less people have read the book Jane Eyre, as they should, because it's a sack of shit. Horrible fucking book. But the problem with my name as a public persona's name is if you hear it, it's hard to spell. You don't know how to spell it. So you can't go home and look it up. And if you see it, you don't know how to say it. So it's a double if you see it written. Yeah, so it's a fucking it's not. I would have gone if I could go back in time. I would have gone with my grandmother's on my Irish side's last. I would have been Brendan O'Brien. Super easy, keeps my Irish shit. So those are things to think about if you're going to be a comedian.
I almost took a stage name. I almost went Gabe Hudson.
That's good too.
Which is my middle name because. It's not Gary is not spelled like the traditional Gary.
Right. Gerry. Yeah. Gabe Hudson. Two good comedian names. Now the problem with Gabe Hudson, they're gonna do you a Rock Hudson. They're gonna try and suck your penis after the show because he was I believe one of those closeted gay men in Hollywood. You weren't allowed to be gay back in the day.
What movie was he in? I just saw.
Oh Jesus! You haven't seen Castaway, and you're watching fucking Rock Hudson movies?
You gotta work your way up.
What did you start with? Birth of a Nation?
No, I've never seen it.
No, I skipped that one. You know, okay. And not because of the content. It's just poorly shot.
No, I Gabe started with like the Zapruder film or something. JFK getting assassinated.
Well, listen, I'm not a conspiracy guy, as everyone knows. I'm not a conspiracy guy. The mafia did kill John F. Kennedy. Period. It's very.
You don't think the CIA did it?
No, I don't. Oh. I think the mafia did it because this is what happened, right? Is they went to Joe Kennedy.
Okay.
To get basically deliver votes in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
He did so, right? And the Sam Giancana did so, and the implied trade-off was chill out on the mafia. Also, we're going to get what they told him was we're going to get Cuba back open. We're going to get Cuba back open for all your casinos. Because when Castro came, I mean, the mob ran all those casinos, all those hotels, all those casinos, all those resorts. Those were mob resorts in Cuba. And so basically what they told, what Joe Kennedy promised the mob was we're going to open Cuba back up. If we can get my son elected, we're going to open Cuba back up, and we're going to kind of back off the mob. Instead, the Bay of Pigs was a complete fucking disaster, and Bobby Kennedy became Attorney General and went straight after the fucking mob. And so they were pissed, and then there's all this crazy stuff where, and again, I'm not a conspiracy guy, but this one is just like too fucking openly known. Like, oh, there's this in the Warren Commission report. They say there's no connection whatsoever between Lee Harvey Oswald and the mafia, right? And that's a report that was like researched for years and years and years. And his uncle was a mafia associate. And so it's like, nice. I mean, that's not hard to find. You know what I mean? Like, that's a connection that's like, you're doing a report that took years and going, no connection whatsoever. Yeah. We've dug as deep as can be dug. And it's like, did you dig one level up? Did you check immediate family? So that's one where I'm kind of sold that. I mean, I'm open to the idea the CIA was involved. I tend to think it was a mafia thing.
Who told you all this?
What?
Who told you all this?
Various sources.
But you're not a conspiracy theorist.
No, I like to read about them, but I mostly don't believe them. And I'll tell you why. It's not that I don't believe in humans
conspiring,
humans sort of wishing to lie or conflate events or cover up. It's that I don't believe in groups of humans' capacity to keep secrets. That's what I don't believe in.
That's fair. My whole issue is like the popular conspiracy was that it was the CIA. Mm-hmm. But is the mob that was like the accepted one, like from the authorities, like the CIA investigated it or the FBI investigated it, and they said it was the mob?
No, nobody said it. No, I mean,
or they just said Lee Harvey Oswald. End of story.
The end of the of all investigations, it was Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone.
Yeah,
right.
Okay.
And I mean, to me, the capstone on the mob theory is Jack Ruby. Not a fucking model patriot, okay? This guy's a nightclub owner.
Yeah.
This guy's a fucking tied in with the mob left and right. He's not some Texas shit kicker who's gonna be like, we gotta kill the guy that took down the president. This guy was not the kind of guy to put himself, and he's who killed Lee Harvey Oswald walking out of the prison. And it's like, that's weird, man. Like, what did he have to do with anything?
Right.
You know, so, I mean, I don't care. You know, fuck them all. I don't. The other one that's been getting on my nerves lately is these, I got people that I, like, know and like that are not I'm finding out are, like, flat earth fellas.
Hasn't happened to me. Hasn't happened to me. The only crazy people I know, I knew they were crazy off the bat. Right. I haven't been shocked.
Here's what, can I tell you what I don't understand about that? Who benefits? You know what I mean? Like, what is that conspiracy? Like, if they knew it was flat, would they just get together and like, what if?
Dude, I swear to God, I understand, like, there's people try to say, like, it's not a joke, they're serious.
Yeah. They are.
They are, but it's like, just an amazing joke.
But it's like, why? What? Like, a conspiracy has to have an end and a reason. You know what? Right. For what possible reason would you be like, hey, you know how people, You know, you know the world's flat. What if we convinced everyone it was round?
Right.
Yeah. We'd be rolling in the dough.
Well, they wanted all the satellite
globe
money.
salesmen? You know, like what the? It's ridiculous. It's a Also, somebody go under it. Take a picture. Like none of these guys go, hey, I'm a flat Earth guy. You know what I'm going to do? Go to the edge. Take a picture.
Yeah.
None of them have gone to the edge. How hard is that? I can fly to Australia tomorrow.
We at least have pictures of the globe, whether they're faked or not. We have them.
Yeah, you don't have
Fake
any
a picture.
Yeah, fake a picture. Fake some evidence of the underside. You know what I mean? Do your own space research. Send a satellite under there. Maybe there's other guys living on the bottom.
It's got to be a joke. I will never be convinced otherwise.
It has to be. My favorite one is that Stevie Wonder can see.
He can.
You're into that?
Have you seen the video?
Yeah,
the mic
but
stand?
no, dude, blind guys are just really good with that stuff.
You think he felt the vibrations
Dude,
through his
I
shoes?
knew a guy that could ride a bicycle by clicking like a bat.
I saw. You know that guy?
What?
That was
no,
an episode of Stanley's Superhumans.
Yeah, that's how I know him.
That show fucks. I love that
Yeah.
show.
In that case, I know Lee Harvey Oswald. We're pals now.
That guy clicks like a bat.
It's so cool.
But it's hilarious because he's not good. Like they clearly set him up on like straight paths because you'll see they'll have him in the street and he's just weaving and shit and you're like, this guy doesn't have sonar. You know, is the human ear attuned to clicking on a bicycle? I don't know.
I was taking a walk and I saw a blind guy in Lakewood for the first time. I don't know we had any blinds.
Of course you got blinds. You got blinds everywhere.
And he was like a little ugly too. And I don't think they're related, but why are they always just a little ugly?
Well, I tell you why, because I don't know that now. I'm sure there are some attractive blind guys, but there's a couple of things going on there, right? Humans, we are conditioned to find comfort and what's the word I'm looking for? Comfort and relatability in the eyes of another. Okay, blind guys traditionally fucked up eyes, man. It's not known for nobody's ever said, "Hey, man, I know you can't see through them, but you got beautiful eyes." Because they don't do any work, so they don't stay conditioned.
There's no
they
life to them.
Yeah, they usually go
spark or
wonky or whatever. You got your ones.
Do you think as soon as I saw the stick, my brain was like, whatever this person looks like, take them down 1 or 2 points? No,
I think you looked at him and were like, there's no connection. And then on top of that, imagine you've got different kinds of blind people. Some have seen and no longer see. Some have never seen. Imagine you've never seen, right? You've never looked in a mirror, therefore you've never figured out what facial expressions you should be making. You've never known what's a good haircut. You barbers, a blind guy is a barber's dream. They walk in, the barber just puts on, he's got a tape recorder of scissors snipping. He just puts that on for 11 minutes ago. There you go, buddy. $21. You look fantastic. I imagine it's pretty hard to take care. Can you, Jeremy, pull up, do a Google search for hottest blind guy?
It's going to be Ben Affleck in Daredevil.
Okay, but we need a real one. Just see if we can find a real one. Yeah,
also,
good point.
That was a good time to let Gabe know that Daredevil's not a real person.
Yeah, but he's saying that's what might come up. Right, he knows that, but he's saying that's what might come up on the Google image search.
Do we want specifically a guy, or do we want...
I want a guy, and then I would like to see if there's blind lady porn.
He shut down the whole intersection.
What's that?
This blind guy. Okay.
I mean, Daredevil did show up, but not Ben Affleck.
Oh.
Oh, no, that's...
I haven't watched the new Daredevil. I don't particularly care to either.
Yeah, See, yeah. A lot of times it's the eyes that are getting them.
These guys aren't even blind. They're just actors.
Right. No, that's like a stick catalog. I want images. I don't.
Go to go to reddit.com/r/blind.
Hold on.
I'm sure they got a nice community.
Yeah, none of these guys are blind. You look up hot blind guys, and they just show you.
Person gave us.
Oh, this guy's hot. Hold on. Teens don't let blindness keep them. This guy's hot.
That should say hot teens don't let blindness.
This.
But he's wearing sunglasses. Everyone looks cool in sunglasses.
Yeah, Jeremy Pointsnot is a hot piece of ass. All right, that's enough with the blinds. But yeah, you get some hot ones, not a lot. That's pretty much a known.
We've seen enough with the blinds.
Now.
Nice share.
It's intermission time.
Hey guys, it's Brendan. Sorry to interrupt. I just have to tell you, if you like the show, we do a bonus episode every week, plus tons of other content. Go to patreon.com/shitbrainshow. All right, back to the action.
We're happy to have you with us tonight and hope you'll come back often.
Jeremy, well, we're going to talk to you on the Patreon, actually, because we're already 20 minutes in. I haven't even got to my 10 for 10. I got a 10 for 10. By the way, Gabe, I'd like to get to know you a little better. Where'd you grow up?
Northfield.
Northfield, Ohio?
Yeah.
Where do people in Northfield go to high school?
Nordonia.
Nordonia, that's right.
It's
I was
like
going to say,
3
because I
cities.
knew there's no Northfield. Yeah. Okay, interesting. You don't meet a lot of guys from Northfield. They used to have those, there's a lot of horse racing there.
Yeah, I worked at the restaurant across the street from the horse track for like 6 years. And
Really?
A lot of our employees were just like track employees that would come after their shift.
Nice, man.
It was a good time.
I mean, horse racing big in Northfield. Now, how old are you?
24.
24, young man.
Mm-hmm.
Young man, prime of your life. You got a lady, you say?
Recent.
How
Less
recent?
than a year.
Less than a year. That's good.
Actually, almost a year. Like 9 months. I don't know. We're pregnant.
That's great. You're probably going to get married, you say?
No.
Oh, no. You're just going to say you're probably going to break up.
No, I said pregnant because of 9 months.
Oh, you're pregnant. Oh.
Our relationship has become a baby.
If your relationship were
An embryo.
You're now your relationship is close to delivering.
Yeah, we're crowning.
Birth. Yeah, you're crowning.
She's gonna shit herself too.
Yeah.
I don't want a fucking kid right now.
No, I wouldn't get one. Yeah, I love having my kid, but I'm considerably older than you. Now, at 24, what are sort of the hot topics for the kids? You know, what do you guys do?
I try to fucking avoid them.
Yeah, what do you?
You talking about like on Twitter and shit?
I don't know what I'm talking about. I never do.
Well, like all of my new friends post grad are just comics.
Sure.
And the guys around my age, they just talk about comedy. And I don't really like talking about comedy.
Right.
Because I don't follow comedy.
Yeah.
So that sports, I mean, we're still just watching sports and shit. And
dude.
And when stuff happens in the world, people hop on and off Twitter and complain about it.
You fuck or what? You like to fuck?
It's a good time.
Yeah, okay.
I do my best.
How much do you fuck?
Well, I'm in a relationship now, so
Yeah, but I'm saying how many times do you fuck her?
like per session?
No, per session, per week.
Probably every time we see each other.
How many
There's
times?
3
do
or
you
4
see
times a week.
That's
maybe.
great.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's a good
Now per
study.
session. This is interesting. You're doing doubles.
Well, it depends on the day. You know,
Sure.
Is it morning? Did I have 2 great workouts that day and eat a salad for lunch? Like it's a different ball game.
If you're doing 2 a days workout wise.
I'm like loosely doing 75 hard.
What's
it's
75 hard?
It's
I've
like a
driven 75 hard. Hard as a rock. I jacked off on the freeway once. Did I ever tell you that? Because my friend was a truck driver.
I've jacked off on a side road.
Yeah, my friend was a truck driver, and he goes, I'm jacking off every day. And I go, I got to try this. I hated it because it was so, it's just, you can't relax. You go, I got to drive the car. I got to worry about where the cum's going to go. I don't feel fully loose. I got a seatbelt down there.
You're on the highway.
Yeah, I was on the highway.
Like in midday?
I was on the German Autobahn. I was going 140 miles an hour. in a Ferrari, and I killed a man. No, I was in the highway. I was on 90 East.
It's a good highway.
It's a good jacking highway for me. Every time I drive by the spot, I go, oh, I came here once.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I had a high school girlfriend, and I would like drive home from her place at like 1 a.m. on the weekends, and just like one time I was like, I'm just gonna jerk off while I do this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not, man, let me tell you, if you're out there thinking about jerking off in your car while you drive, if it's on the bucket list, go ahead.
So you could say you've done it.
So you can say that, I jacked off on an anthill once, too, and that I feel terrible
like
about.
standing on it, or you came onto it?
I came right down the hole of it.
Awesome.
No,
That's
no.
awesome.
No, that was terrible. I was a young man new to jacking off, maybe a freshman in high school or even middle school.
Do you remember your first time?
Yeah, I remember
I can tell you the day.
The first time I jacked off, so much. I think I must have been able to jack off for a while and just hadn't done it. Mm-hmm. So much cum came out. Like I would say, like a. Now it wasn't perfectly rectangle, but I would say on the bed because I did it by humping the bed, and I would say the cum splot on the bed was the size of a doormat. Honestly. That's how much cum came out. The size of a doormat.
A door for who?
Humans. A door, the kind of door that you put. Now, it was obviously not rectangular. But it was crazy amount of cum, and it was like And since then, I'm not a big cummer. Like I don't have big loads. I have small loads. I think what happened was my first one. I came so much that my body was just like, no, what are you doing?
We
like,
can't handle that.
You're draining us,
Yeah.
And then later on, I was jacking off in the woods because that's why. Here's the thing, women. If you're a woman listening, and I don't like this, women will say they'll go, we're just as horny as men. We just don't talk about it as much. We're just as horny, and it's like, no, you're not, and I'll tell you why you're not. Because have you ever jacked off in the woods because you had to? That's what happened. I was at a place and I had no choice but to go into I got so horny that I had to leave, go into the woods and jack off. And women don't have that. You don't have a debilitating urge to masturbate, and I don't have that anymore. So I'm about to come, right, and and had I seen it, why has he pulled this stuff up?
We're not talking. Jeremy, we're not talking about sex drive, and desire to have sex.
But he's right.
We're talking about what we're willing to do about it.
Sexual desire is typically higher in men than women. Okay, thank you, Jeremy. It's well worthwhile interrupting my great story about when I came on.
You didn't have to read it. You didn't have to point it out.
That's true.
So, that is not on me.
Yeah, that's a good point, Jeremy. Another good point. So, I'm jacking off in the woods, and had I seen the anthill like earlier, I would have known, like, don't come on that. That's ridiculous, But I saw it right on the verge of coming, and I go, this would be hilarious. And I come.
It's always better.
And I come right down the hole of an anthill, and I'll tell you, I've felt guilty ever since. It's rude.
How is that different from jerking off at any other time?
Because I killed ants, man.
You just killed kids too.
No, those are spermies. They haven't met any eggs.
The ants are fine.
Not all of them. Trust me. I saw one that was squiggling around like it was having a seizure.
That's funny.
And also it'll turn you off of your own cum if you ever see your cum filled with ants. You go.
I'd probably say I've never tasted my own cum.
I have by accident, and then once on purpose.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. And the accidental one came first. So, it tastes sort of like, because you got to check it because, like, here's the thing. Do you know Wolfgang Puck?
The chef?
Yeah. He always says, you got to taste it, And that's the thing. If you're going to come in a woman's mouth, know what you're serving her.
Yeah.
Because some guys have raunchy, bad tasting cum. If your diet's fucked up, you're going to have bad tasting cum. So
hydrated and good diet.
Yeah. And there's things you can eat to make your cum flavored. Like if you eat if you eat illegal shark fin soup, you know, your cum will taste like
Rich man's cum.
like money. You know what I mean? That's why I often import illegally killed sharks. I don't think there should. And can I say this, Gabe?
You're saying it's your show.
I don't think there should be laws. I don't think you should be allowed to make a shark endangered. They're too scary. Kill them when on sight.
Really?
Yeah,
Dude, if there are, you know what happens if there are no more sharks?
I go into the ocean
And
more
have a good
comfortably
time,
and have
yeah.
a good time. What happens if there's no more sharks? 'Cause
Fucks up the whole ecosystem.
In what way? What are they doing? All they do is fucking eat a few fish. There's like 12 sharks.
I think you're scared.
Yeah,
of
then
sharks.
you're just left with those raping dolphins. Fuck that.
That was overrated. They rape each other,
Yeah,
and then you say, well, then what is consent amongst animals?
Yeah,
you know what I
don't-
mean?
I don't think sharks eat dolphins either.
No.
I think they just eat big fish. I don't know. I'm not a biologist, but I just think sharks are fucking awesome.
Really? What's
Yeah,
your?
they're
Well,
just
you're
beautiful.
because
They're just
you're
beautiful.
you're like a lifeless predator, like a shark in some ways. You're a ruthless, cold-blooded
They have the
killer.
They have the Mamba mentality.
Yeah, exactly. A shark has the Mamba mentality, but they have the Jordan Mamba mentality, which is a dick on and off the court. Whereas Kobe had the Mamba mentality, but like he was nice
Yeah.
sometimes.
He was very he was pretty fatherly to quite a few players.
Oh yeah, and in his off time was like by all accounts a good guy. Whereas Jordan, across the board, monster.
See all this Pippen shit?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Jordan is wild, but yeah, you got the Mamba mentality. So what?
I do.
So you identify with sharks. What's your favorite kind of shark?
Oh, dude, nothing beats watching a great white just fuck something up.
Man, is that
It's
that
beautiful, man?
Do you think that could that be a sign? I don't know. Is that healthy? That
To like watching the shark.
Yeah. Do you like to watch a great white? Just
I don't
eat
like
something?
seeing stuff die.
Right.
But like, and I'm not talking about in person. Have you ever seen it in person?
Where have you seen it in person?
I was in Boy Scouts, so there's a boy.
Don't act like Boy Scouts
Yeah,
just guarantees you see a great white shark in person.
No, there's a base in the Florida Keys called Sea Base, which actually
Great name.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
They did. They actually got destroyed by like the hurricanes back in like 14 or whatever, but they're rebuilding it. Like the Boy Scouts own like multiple islands. Like they exist solely for these camps, and it's called like a higher adventure camp. And one of them, in one of the activities, you go deep sea fishing, and you go fishing for sharks.
Oh wow!
And I reeled in just like a 6-foot shark.
Yeah,
like a small shark by shark standards, but like. I was like 15 and I couldn't feel my forearms for days after.
Yeah.
It was so much fun, and seeing the shark like next to the boat, a small shark, how insane that was to me. Now every time I just see like a bigger shark or a shark doing something, I was like, I can at least envision what that might be like, and I just have so much appreciation. Oh, it's just like
I would liked
to see.
I would like to have seen a megalodon.
Oh yeah.
I would have loved
that'd
to
be
get
fucking
involved
awesome.
with that. I'd like to live back in those times.
The standing in the jaw, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That doesn't do anything for me.
Oh, like the picture, like the fossilized jaw.
Yeah, like
who cares?
that doesn't do anything for me.
No, it does nothing for me. I want to see a fucking
wanna see the
megalodon.
body.
I would like to go to the Jurassic Park from Lost World. Did you see that one?
Was that the first reboot?
I think that was the one where they had the water tank.
Yeah.
And like guys running around in balls and shit, I think.
Yeah.
That's the Jurassic Park I would enjoy visiting.
that shit is
I would like to
crazy.
see a sea dinosaur.
The ocean is terrifying.
The prehistoric ocean was the worst place you could ever be.
Yeah.
Because it was just like everything in there. It was like, here's a fucking,
And you know who made it out? The fucking alligators.
yeah, and crocodiles. And a lot of those weird looking fish that are still in there, like the real deep ones,
Yeah.
where they were just too deep for anything to happen to them.
I don't think I don't think humans can go down there like easily. I have a wish to either though.
Yeah, no, it's I'll be honest, I don't know on this one. If you can get down there to the bottom of what's the deepest part of the ocean? The
You need
Mariana Trench.
yeah, you need very special
Oh yeah,
submarines.
I mean even the submarines that go down there, the automated ones, like without a person, they have to be insanely, dense, so they're not exploded by pressure. So, I don't know. If anyone can do it, James Cameron will do it. That's weird. That guy made Titanic and then just got real into exploring the ocean. You don't get that with other directors. Nobody, you never see like, what's the redheaded fella?
Ron Howard?
Yeah, Ron Howard didn't make Apollo 13 and then go, I got to look into space.
He didn't actually go into space. This is what I'm saying, dude. It's the ocean is enchanting. Like, if you got to explore the shipwreck of the fucking Titanic, you'd probably be hooked on it too. That shit's like a drug.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's very
like surfing. People get addicted to surfing.
Oh, I'm addicted to jujitsu, and I get beat up every time.
Ocean's insane.
I'm for shit. I'm horrible.
Really?
Oh,
how long have you been doing it?
Years, but I took quite a few years off. I mean, white belts fuck me up, choke me out. I
thought about getting into jujitsu, like post grad, but then I just had too much stuff going on. I can't commit time because you got to commit time to jujitsu.
I mean, it depends what your goals are. If you want to compete, absolutely. If you want to just get a workout in,
I want to ascend mentally via martial arts. which you have to commit.
You have to commit some time to it. Yeah, certainly. Now, I'd like to do my 10 for 10. Jeremy, turn your mic on because we're going to need some laughter, if there is any. I think they were very weak. Now, for those of you that don't know, why is the goddamn camera off? I think that's just a time
monitors.
Type of thing. The monitor.
Yeah, the monitor
camera's
turns
still
off.
on because I like the people to see my fucking face. Look at
they're seeing it, my friend.
Now, actually, I got a nice message from a fella that told me that 10 for 10, he's this guy that used to be a cool guy. I like him. He used to be a fan of my old podcast, the Rad Dudecast. He told me that 10 for 10 has been revitalizing his comedy writing. He says he's been using it as an exercise before he writes, which I think it is a decent exercise. You're not going to get good jokes out of it. You might get one or two seeds of ideas.
That's all you need.
But the pressure of the time is going to fuck your jokes up. So this week's was my record. I got 10 jokes in 11 minutes and 20 seconds. So for those of you that know, I've never made the 10 for 10 in 10, actually, but I get as close to 10 as I can.
But you shaved off like 2 minutes in a week.
I know.
That's solid.
Well, but wait till you hear the jokes. They're not they're not so good. I don't know if you guys know this. President Joe Biden, he went in for a colonoscopy. Did you see this?
Yeah.
Turns out they found an undigested piece of saber-toothed tiger. Because he's so old. He's old. Yep. Very old. Okay, good.
I like them more when they bomb a little bit.
That's the fun part.
Yeah. It's not the fun part for me. He's very old. You know, if that guy wins this next time around, which I don't think he will, even though I'm a Democrat, I guess in name, but he'll be 86.
Yeah, that's
They make
lot.
you retire from the railroad when you're 65.
Yeah, he's not running.
And you can run the country at 86?
He's not going to run again.
The fuck out. That's 4 years away from being 90.
He's gonna be the oldest president in the history of presidents, beating himself as oldest president. Because he's already the oldest.
Sometimes I like it better when they bomb. How's it feel, dickhead? Do you guys know?
That wasn't a bomb. You just guys didn't understand my joke.
I understand you. I didn't. It wasn't a joke. It was a fact. He was going to beat himself. I get it. He's now the oldest president. He will then be the next. Oh, fucking it. You guys know. You hear these,
Jeremy's trying to keep you from breaking the record.
Yeah. You guys hear these parents are in an uproar across the country. You know that, Jeremy?
I heard.
Yeah, Crayola, they've officially announced that the crayon Jazzberry Jam is gay. First gay crayon. First openly gay crayon.
It's about time that crayon came out.
That joke was about how, everything's now the first openly gay this, and I think it's funny for it to be a crayon. Okay.
I think it's awesome when you explain the joke.
Yeah. I have to with these.
I think all
I thought it
colors.
was a great one.
Yeah.
I thought all colors were gay.
Yeah, if you're using crayons, you're not really concerned with
Yeah.
which ones are straight or not.
You ever see the sign on a back of a school bus that says, "This bus has been checked for sleeping children"?
No.
Jeremy, have you seen that?
No, I have not.
So it's a sign they put up when the school bus is out of duty to ensure that no kids are accidentally left on the school bus.
Yeah.
So it's a sign that says, "This school bus has been checked for sleeping children."
I was homeschooled.
How do I get that job? Now, I don't know if you know this. Rallies in the Midwest. On the East Coast, it's Checkers, and it's the same restaurant. Did you know that? It's a little bit confusing. I just make it easier by calling it Poor Burger King. This one's bad. A cuck, a cuck or a cuckold, if you will. A cuck likes to watch someone have sex with their wife. I'm a cluck. I like to watch a guy fuck someone else's chicken. Okay, I like to pump iron. The other day, my wife said, "Why are you having sex with the skillet?" Pump iron. The cast irons. I was fucking the cast iron skillet, Jeremy.
You were seasoning it. That's what you were doing. You were seasoning it.
I think a golden shower is that's just a term designed to make you feel better about getting pissed on. That's the winner this week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a check mark against that one and maybe use it in my act. My car got towed. I said, "Bitch, get your feet off my car."
How did I know it was going there?
So stupid.
Who wrote that joke? Quentin Tarantino? What's going on here?
So stupid, dude. That made me mad. Quentin Tarantino, and this was years ago, but I forget the website. And nothing happened to this woman, and it made me so mad. Quentin Tarantino had a completely consensual, and the woman said it was consensual, completely consensual sexual interaction. I think the website was Defamer, which used to be a big celebrity website. Maybe it still is. Completely consensual sexual interaction with this woman, and she did it on purpose to basically write an article, fucking making fun of his kinks and making fun of his dick and all this shit. Where I'm like, hold on a second. If a man did that, he would be fucking thrown into off the edge of the flat Earth. You know what I mean? Like that. What a fucking slimy person
Psychotic.
to it's one look if a guy
Is she hot?
What I think she was hot, yeah, but it's like if a guy does some inappropriate shit or creepy shit or whatever, fucking drag his name through the mud. I'm all for that. Make fun of whatever the fuck you want about it. But this was 100% consensual, and she did it in order to be like, he's a weird foot fetish guy. His dick is a chode or whatever.
That's
you
fucked
know?
up. Tell us something we don't know too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What did you think?
Was this a big mystery?
What do you think Quentin Tarantino had a normal sex life and a good dick?
Right. Do it to Brad Pitt, and then let's talk.
Yeah. Whenever I see a sign that says "Please pick up after your dog," you see these in people's yard. They say "pick up." I always say, "Good. I can leave my own shit here." I'll shit on your yard.
They never say anything about your shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying on that joke.
Thanks for repeating.
Yeah.
Literally exactly.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah, if you take a Viagra, and you have an erection over 4 hours, you have to go to the hospital. Sometimes I just go right when I get a boner and I lie. I don't know why.
That's fucking funny.
I just see what happens, you know? I see if you get medically sucked off by a nurse. You might. Do you think you do? I don't know.
If it's covered.
Depending on your insurance. Maybe.
I woke up one time. I had alcohol poisoning when I was 16 years old. And I woke up in the hospital. This was in Boston. I woke up pants down around the ankles.
Not off.
Not off. Down around the ankles with a hospital gown on. They didn't take my shoes off. I had a hospital gown on, pulled to the side, pants around the ankles, shoes on.
Maybe you were kicking. Blackout. They couldn't get your shoes off.
I don't know. I think someone sucked my dick.
Sorry for laughing. That's fucked up. But
I think they did. I mean, what? Cause,
was there any evidence? Because, you know, like, after,
yeah.
did you feel
I
a
saw
little
a guy
drained?
sucking my dick.
Do you notice any drool around the shaft of your penis?
Yeah, and then it was a guy drooling on my dick. No, it was just
He was
very
like a janitor or
suspicious.
something?
It was very suspicious because I go, I don't think this is medical. You know what I mean? Like you either keep the clothes on or
Yeah.
put the gown on, but not both, and not everything to the side.
tell anyone?
What?
Did you tell anyone?
No, I asked the nurse. I said when she came back in because I didn't really know why I was in there. You know, because it was bad. I had bad I was blackout. You know, and
You were 16?
16, yeah, and she just kind of like said like I don't know, and left. She left real her. It could have been a whole.
probably didn't know.
It could have been a lineup of like
Conspiracy.
just a bunch of people sucking my dick. What if I got my dick sucked by like 40 Boston doctors?
Not every day you get a minor in there.
Yeah, well, you probably get a minor in the hospital every day.
one without consciousness, though?
I bet
gotta capitalize.
a big hospital
Boston, yeah.
gets a minor without consciousness at least once a day.
Why else are you bringing a minor to the hospital?
Yeah.
You conscious? Suck it up.
Yeah. Man, I don't know what happened. Here, can I tell you something? And I'll say this to any medical professional out there. If I'm totally under, don't do it to me if I'm like, if you've got like a local anesthetic going where I can't move my muscles but I'm awake. But if I'm totally under, I give you consent. I give everyone consent as long as you don't hurt me. So if you're like a man or a woman but a woman, I would do it if I was awake. You know, not for my wife. But if you're going, I want to suck this kid's dick. You know, I'm not a kid anymore, but a lot of people think I'm very young looking. You know, I take good care of my face. It's not really. It's getting real wrinkly. I'm gonna get Botox.
Just don't shave.
What's that?
Just don't shave.
Don't shave.
Yeah.
Why? What will that do?
I feel like your beard makes you look younger.
My beard but it's all gray. I'm a gray beard.
I don't think it matters.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you. I love that. But I would say if I'm under an anesthetic and you want to suck me, you can. But I would say this also, and this is all legal because it's being said on a podcast. It's all legal form.
And you have two witnesses.
We have two witnesses, and it's on it's recorded. Don't fuck me.
Fair.
You know, you can suck me, but don't fuck me.
Teeth?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do like you know how you you're supposed to scrape your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that. You're supposed to, but you can do the teeth in that manner, but don't bite my dick off.
Sure. Have you ever had your dick bitten?
I've had no. Have you?
Yeah.
Like hard?
There's a mark.
Why did that
Like for the
person
rest of
do
my
that?
life.
Was it a knee-jerk reaction, like something happened, or would they think it would be good?
So. I was like young, but
Yeah.
yeah. Like she wasn't like mad at me,
Right, so it wasn't
Yeah.
like so she.
but it hurt.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Hurt.
You don't bite dick, teeth. Like, man, you can give a blow if you're a skilled practitioner. You can work teeth into a blowjob, but it's you're walking
I'm
the
not
line.
against it.
You're walking the line of like you better know what you're doing because like you're walking a fine line. But and never should biting really be in.
I'm sure plenty of guys are into that.
Yeah, but like the problem for a guy, if there's a guy who's into getting his dick bit off, the problem for him is that's a one-time jam. You know what I mean? You get that once your dick's bit off. I mean, I guess they sew it back on these days.
Can you bite a dick off?
I'm sure you can bite a dick off.
Just thinking about it. Well, yeah, like you ever hear like, biting a finger off is like a carrot. Like if you could bite a carrot, you could feasibly bite your own finger off, but your brain doesn't let you. That's how much force it takes.
Just a carrot?
Carrot, yeah.
Oh, no.
It won't let you.
Well, this is what I would say. So I just put significant bite pressure on my finger. I would say this, and I could be mentally just thinking wrong. I feel as if I put more than enough pressure to get through a carrot. And now, I mean, there's a significant mark on my finger, but so I feel like the carrot thing may be an exaggeration because I feel like the pressure I just put on my finger, I would have got through a carrot. But I did feel that I certainly could have bit off my finger.
Yeah.
I felt that. I felt if I would have really gone whole hog on this, I could have bit my finger.
But you were
off.
thinking about it too. Like when you're biting a carrot, you're not thinking about it.
But I still think, man, I
also don't know if it's like, because you can measure I don't know if it's pressure or force or what the technical terminology is.
Force.
Like,
I mean, pressure is force. You're measuring
you
force.
slowly saw what kind of pressure.
Right.
But when it's a carrot, it's like that.
Right.
So I feel like that is more of an impact than slowly over time.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's also we got different kinds of carrots, different bone densities. Also, I mean, you it's like where you don't know where the easiest place to bite through a finger is. Is it at the joint? Is there is it nobody? I mean, somebody knows, but we don't know.
I got a whole mess of carrots in my fridge.
We should do a test. Jimmie is the kind of guy. Jimmie is who we need for this because if anyone would be willing to bite their own finger off for science, Jimmie.
He's got a fresh mouth too.
Well, I don't know. I think he's gone. I don't even think he's at a certified dentist.
Is that? I mean, he'll be able to tell us better. But like, when that tooth comes out, that's gonna fucking hurt getting it pulled.
Yeah.
But like, how long until like that wave of relief comes?
I think immediately.
You think so?
Well, first of all, they're going to give you narcotics. They don't pull a tooth pulling it, and then I think after that, I mean, look, we've all seen the Hanks tooth pulling movie, and it seems to have knocked him out at first, and then fast forward his life 4 years.
Yeah.
So if I know anything about teeth getting pulled, that's that. But now listen. That's going to be Shit Brains for today. I've got a couple things I'd like to talk about. First and foremost, the Patreon. It's great. Get in it. You get there's different tiers. You can get one free ep a week. You can get that free ep with video. It's well worth your time if you're a fan of the podcast, and we appreciate you that are already in it. It is growing, so get on board that train early, and so you can brag later on. It's patreon.com/shitbrainshow. That's patreon.com/shitbrainshow. And here's the thing, I don't know that we mentioned this enough. It's $5 a month, the just the free audio episode weekly, and that's a pretty dang good deal. That breaks down to what's $5 divided by 30. I don't know. That's 500 divided by 30. That's got to be 10 cents would be 300, so 15 cents would be 45. So it's that's 16 cents a day.
Cheaper
16 cents a day. That's for 16. I'll tell you this much. I could put aside 7 minutes every day and find 16 cents. I literally, if you give me 7 minutes a day, I will find you 16 cents that is just out there in the world. That's how easy it is. Go to a place where people drop change, a fountain. Do you live near a fountain? Get in a fountain. You get 16 cents per day out. Or you want to take tomorrow off? Get 32 cents today. Done.
It's a weekly free episode, right?
Weekly
$5 a
free,
month?
yeah, for $5 a month.
That is roughly $1 per hour of content. You get an hour of content for $1.
Yeah, and it's exactly $1.25.
Well, you run over a little. I feel like after if you each episode's like a minute 15 or an hour 15.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, each episode's 45.
Oh, that's $1.25 for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, get in there. We love it. And then, you can follow us. Check out Shitbrains Show on social media, on TikTok. You can write us in your questions at shitbrainshow@gmail.com. You can send in nudes, but not like that other fella. And I'm not mad at you. I am not mad at you, sir. I just say going forward, don't only send in nudes if they're your nudes or you have explicit consent from your partner to send the nudes. Don't just send in a lady's nudes that you screenshotted from OnlyFans, because then we're just guys sharing porn, and we don't want that. Now, the nudes we won't show anywhere. Just me and Jimmie will jack off to them while we stare into each other's eyes. Now, I've got some dates cometh. This comes out on Tuesday, starting tomorrow. I will be at the new St. Charles Funny Bone. That's right on the outskirts of St. Louis, in St. Charles, the streets of St. Charles. I'll be at the St. Charles Funny Bone Wednesday through Sunday, and Wednesday through Sunday, and there is a show on Thanksgiving, and I will tell you this much. It is a surprisingly well-attended show, so get your tickets now if you want to do that. And then I am going to be, and this one is going to sell out, so get your pants in order on this one. I will be at in the St. Charles Funny Bone. Just Google St. Charles Funny Bone for tickets on that. And then I will be doing 2 shows New Year's Eve at the Funny Stop in Cuyahoga Falls. That's pretty much Akron, Ohio. And that's going to sell out. So get your tickets. We're going to fucking have a blast. I've done a lot of New Year's Eve shows. I know how to make them special. It's going to be fun. Bring your wife. Bring your mistress. Bring, don't bring any pets. Now, no pets. And go to funnystop.online. I don't even know how they got that domain. I didn't know .online was a fucking, you occasionally will get oh, okay, this guy's a .net, or this guy's like a, what's it, you got .gov, you got .org,
.biz,
but you go .online. This must be a very old website.
Yeah, it's not a good website at all.
Fucking .online. Gabe, where can the people follow you?
I have a podcast of my own, hosted by Gheramy here at Golden Ox Studio. It's called The Floss. I interview my guests about their life philosophies. Also follow me on Instagram at Gabe Gerry. I got a short film coming out in a month or 2, so I'll keep you updated on that.
Where that actually looked pretty cool. I saw some behind-the-scenes shots, I think, on your Instagram or Twitter or somewhere. Where will the people be able to see that? YouTube?
That's going to be Vimeo.
Vimeo.
The short
okay.
films go on Vimeo.
Yeah, okay. It looks very promising. I'm kind of excited to check that out.
It's my second one. It was very smooth shoot. You can ask Jerry. Everything went perfectly according to plan, which is not something that happens a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, it couldn't have gone smoother. It was great.
Jimmie Demery, another great candidate for taking a stage name. Guy's got 2 very long names. No one knows how to pronounce, spell, fucking say, or anything. You should just go by what about GD Mary?
Oh.
I did think about doing like just like a shorter version of both names, just saying Gem Dem.
No, don't rhyme. Don't rhyme. I don't.
Here's the thing: we already have a GW.
Yeah.
But like,
You know what's the best? And like, because I headline a lot of like B clubs, you know. So like, there's this guy, and I don't know if he does it anymore, but I mean, apparently from people I've talked to, he killed, and so I see his headshot everywhere. He was called the Chinaman, and here's the crazy part: white guy.
Wow.
oh yeah,
Just so, and also didn't do like it wasn't like a Chinese character. That was just his name. There was no part
That's
of
hilarious.
his act that his act was a normal act.
Yeah.
And he was just
That's
called the Chinaman. And it was like, that's like comedy in like the
You're never gonna
80s
forget
was
that.
just the wild fucking West.
I
They're
fucking
just
hate
like,
it.
I'll go by the Chinaman. Whatever, sell a few ticks. You know, it's like
old comedy sucks.
yeah, I don't know, man. A lot of it did certainly, but fucking a lot of comedy today sucks, man.
Sure.
Like, yeah. I mean, I think it's to me at least. It's been pretty. It's been a pretty static art form throughout in terms of quality level, where the majority of it's bad, and then the top few guys.
That's
are
going to
great.
be everything,
Yeah.
any type of
Yeah.
art. But I just feel like at the higher level today, there's a more emphasis on the jokes, and back then it was a higher emphasis on the personality. And the
Yeah,
act.
there was like a wacky. It was like, you
like
got
Steve Martin, good
Yeah.
for him. But like,
Yeah. Well, I like Steve. The reason, I mean, we can get into comedy. I don't like talking about comedy that much,
neither.
but like the one thing about, I think people lose. They don't quite grasp with Steve Martin that he kind of invented that absurdity.
Yes, yeah,
you know
he
what I
was
mean?
a superstar for
So
sure.
so it's like, it's not like, you're like, fuck, I've seen some fucking open micer do that bullshit. But it's like back then nobody had. It was
Fair,
like,
very
he's
fair.
being like, this is like weird, absurdist shit that's like no one's done. Right. But anyway, we can talk comedy all day, and neither of us want to. Jeremy, what do you got, man? Where can the people sniff your dick?
I am doing the Market Avenue Tavern or Market Avenue Winehouse on West 25th here in Cleveland for Follow the Crowd. That's December 27th or November 27th. I'm sorry.
killer show, killer producer. Highly recommend going to that show or trying to get booked on it if you're a comic listening. Great fucking show.
Who's the producer? You?
No, it's a guy named Connor Balderson.
Okay.
He's an ad guy. He doesn't do anything with comedy. He just produces a comedy show.
I'm gonna ask him to do it. I'd love to do that.
You'll have a good time. It's a very intimate venue. A lot of soft seating, like couches and whatnot.
Yeah.
Wide and shallow crowd. Everybody's drunk as shit on wine. It's just a really good time.
Nice.
Really nice time.
What else, Jeremy? Where can the people follow you?
You can follow me at GHERAMY _Demery, DEMERY on Instagram, and Jeremy Demery on Facebook. So,
All right, shit on. Thanks for doing it.
Thanks for having me.
Hey guys, it's Brendan. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Shit Brains. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you hit that subscribe button, you review it, you rate it, all of that stuff really helps the algorithm. Throw us a follow at Shitbrains Show on Instagram and Twitter, Shitbrains Show on YouTube. You can email us your questions at shitbrainshow@gmail.com. We even have, for you hardcore fans, a Facebook group where you can go and you can chat and meet up with other fans. That's Shitbrains Show on Facebook. So, and then of course, if you really like it and you want some bonus content, we're coming out with a bonus episode every single week, plus a lot of other bonus content. You're going to want to get on there and check it out. Go to patreon.com/shitbrains. Brains Show. Later, shit brains.